Dear children, today's story is about Little Red Riding Hood. It's a fairy tale. Once upon a time, there lived a little sweet girl with her mother in a small village. One day, her mother made a cap of red velvet for her, which she liked a lot and wore it all the time. Soon, people in the village started calling her as Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother gave her a basket of cakes to be taken to her granny's house, who was very ill and weak. Her mother also advised, travel safely and do not wander here and there. I would be very careful, Mama, said Little Red Riding Hood to her mother, and left happily to meet her grandma. On her way between the woods, she met a cunning wolf. He asked her, "Who are you and where are you going, sweet girl?" "I am Little Red Riding Hood and going to meet my sick granny who lives alone in the woods near the oak trees," said the little girl. As the wolf wished to eat up the little girl as well as her grandma, he said, "Why don't you pluck some beautiful flowers for your granny? She would love them." While she was picking some beautiful flowers from the bushes around, the wolf ran straight to Grandma's house and knocked at the door. "Who is there?" asked the grandma. "Open the door, Grandma. I am Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf in a soft voice. As soon as Grandma happily opened the door, the wolf pounced upon her to eat her up. Being old and weak, she could not defend herself, and the bad wolf ate her up in no time. Then he put on her clothes, lay down in Grandma's bed, and covered himself with a quilt. When the little girl reached there, she was surprised to see the cottage door standing open. However, she entered the house and placed the flowers in the vase. Then she went close to the bed and said, "Wake up, Grandma. See, I have come to meet you and have also brought cakes for you." Suddenly, the wicked wolf got out of the bed and jumped upon the little helpless girl. She cried aloud for help, but there was no one around to hear her screams. Finally, the wolf ate up her too. As the wolf knew that no one else lives there, she found the house to be the safest place to take rest. So he got into the cozy bed for a quick sound nap. Soon he fell asleep and began to snore very loud. Meanwhile, a hunter who was Grandma's friend arrived. When he saw the wicked wolf sleeping on Grandma's bed with a huge tummy, he at once understood that the wolf must have eaten up her. The hunter quietly took out his sharp scissors and cut wide the wolf's stomach. When the cut was big enough, he was glad to see the little girl as well as the old lady alive inside. He pulled them out silently while the wolf was still fast asleep. Both of them thanked the hunter for saving their lives. Then the little Red Riding Hood quickly fetched many big stones from outside. The hunter quietly filled the wolf's stomach with them and sewed the stomach back in place. He lifted the wolf on his shoulders and went out to be a nearby well and threw him into it. As he was falling down, he woke up. But by then it was very late. The wolf tried hard to swim and come out of the well. But being so heavy with the stones inside his stomach, he drowned to his death. To celebrate the death of the wicked wolf, Grandma prepared a delicious dinner for the hunter who wisely saved their lives. Little Red Riding Hood assisted her granny in arranging the supper table. Then three of them together enjoyed the delicious feast with wine. Late in the evening, Little Red Riding Hood said goodbye to her grandma and left for home along with the hunter friend who lived in the same village. The grandma was also relaxed as she knew that the little girl would be safe with the hunter. So, Little Red Riding Hood went home joyously, singing and dancing all the way. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the story.